Okay, learners, let's see how you did. Remember, we're on lesson 19, session 3. We're going over the practice page. Hopefully, you've taken the time to really study the graph and you know what's going on. It's the cartons of milk sold in a cafeteria. Notice that on the side, our labels tell us the number of cartons and they're counting by tens. Down at the bottom, they have each day of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And they look at the amount of cartons that are sold per day. And notice that we can even slide along to see how tall these bar graphs are. Okay, let's look at how you did on the answers. How many cartons of milk were sold on the 2 days with the least number of cartons? To do this problem, I had to find the ones with the least. Least means the fewest. So that means I went and looked for the bar graphs that were the shortest ones because I noticed that the shortest bars have the least number. And I noticed that Friday had the least amount and Monday was the second least. So I took the numbers from Friday, which is 50, and Monday, which is 60, and I added them together to get 110 because they wanted to know the number of cartons of milk that were sold on the 2 days with the least number of cartons. If you need to stop and change any of your work at this time, go ahead and do that, and you can pause the video anytime throughout. Okay, number 2. How many cartons of milk were sold in all that week? Okay, in all tells me that I need to put them all together. Now, just like on my last lesson, I just made notes to myself. Monday had 60, Tuesday had 90, Wednesday had 100, Thursday had 70, and Friday had 50. I found easy ways to put those numbers together and ended up with 370. Okay, let's take a look at the back. We have another bar graph. Notice that this one is going horizontally and not vertically, and that's okay. Now, as I was reading through this and then looking at my questions, it helped me to go back and put the numbers so I could see them easily and I didn't have to look at the lines every time. So if you ever just need to label your graph, go ahead and do that. Number 3 says students bought the same number of pizza lunches as, so I figured out that 10 people bought pizza. I needed to find out what other two numbers equaled 10. And I noticed that 6 and 4 make a 10. So my answer is salad and hot lunches together are the same as pizza because 4 plus 6 is the same thing as 10. Okay, number 4. The number of salads bought is 2 less than the number of, okay, so salads is 2 less than something. That means that the word I'm looking for or the type of lunch is more than salads. Because this was tricky. If we look at our graph, hot lunches are 2 less than salad. But sandwiches are 2 more than salads. And that's actually what I'm answering. I know it sounds tricky, so if you need to stop and really just look and think, you can do that. The number of salads bought is 2 less. So salads is less by 2. So sandwiches is our answer. Okay. And then in number 5, you get to make your own statements about the data in the graph. And being a math person, I like to find patterns. So I looked for patterns and I looked at my numbers here and I noticed that if I put 10 and 4 together, I get 14. And if I put 6 and 8 together, I also get 14. I thought that was really cool. That looked like a neat pattern. So I wrote the same number of people bought sandwiches and salads, right? Sandwiches and salads, these people bought sandwiches and salads. The same number of people bought sandwiches and salads as those who bought hot lunch and pizza. Because if I put these together, it is also 14. I thought that was cool. So I showed that sandwiches plus salads is 14. Hot lunch and pizza is also 14. So I can make this really cool equation that says 8 plus 6 is the same thing as 10 plus 4, which is the same thing as 14. Go see if you can make your own really cool statement and then tell how you know your statement is true. So show us the math work. Okay, nice job today, learners. I'll see you tomorrow.